Coming into this game versus FIU, I knew we had to get back on track. Those last two losses really stung the entire team. And honestly, we had a come into heart moment. Our season was still very early, and we controlled our own destiny. But it started here, on the road, against the Golden Panthers. We might have been under 500 now, but one win was all it took. And with FIU being 1-3, we knew it was our chance to get back on track. It didn't help that we started off with an early 3rd and 2 that ended up turning to a 4th and 2, and I forced it on the drag route. But we went to the sideline and just regrouped. They said it was still very early, and the defense came through with a safety. The Panthers, however, they weren't scared of our offense, especially after the last 2 weeks, but I was going to let it fly, and I found my man for an early touchdown to give us a 9-0 lead. It felt good coming out and making that read and getting us on the board very early when our offense struggled to even get points in the first quarter of these last couple games. And the fans who all made the trip was happy as well to see some kind of shining light as Marlon Jackson ended up running that absolutely perfect deep cross. And I had enough time to put it right on the money, right into the bucket. The defense continued to hold FIU's offense down, and I decided to use my legs and try to make a man miss. But it ended up turning into a 4th and 7 as I couldn't make a miss with my absolutely terrible juke skills. Eventually, I got back to a 2-point game in the second, and as I tried to run for my life, Passmore for FIU ended up sacking me, making it 3rd and 20. But I wasn't scared. I took off once again, tried to make a man miss again, and ended up 8 yards short of the first down marker. And funny enough, even though we were getting 3 and outs and now we were down 1, we didn't feel worried. We knew we could move on this defense. And as we started getting to our 2-minute drill, I started to read the pocket, saw they gave me room to run, and I took off, taking all the hits, but I was making sure my team got the first down. And as I dropped back here on this 1st and 10, I found my tight end. He made a man miss, shrugged him off, and we was right back in the end zone for my second passing touchdown of the night. And the fans at FIU were shocked because our offense was actually clicking for once. And me and Finley, we was working in the meantime, and it's nice to see that chemistry was finally working out as he just shrugged off that defender as he walked on in. And now we was back up by 6. And with 47 seconds left, we had a chance to add more points. And I rolled out trying to get by him, broke off of him, started taking off, tried to get out of bounds, and I did before he got there. With 2 seconds left, we all knew what was coming. Time to heave-ho towards the end zone, and I let it fly. And it dropped for a 3rd and 10 to take us to the half. But in the locker room, we were actually feeling good. We was moving the ball. We was slowly but methodically doing our thing. The defense was holding them down for the most part. And I felt like if we just kept playing our game, we can pull away in the second half. Coming out into the second half, we faced an early 3rd and 10. But I found my man on the drag, and he took off, getting inside their territory and resetting the downs for us. But as the offense continued to click, I continued to be confident moving in the pocket and even using my legs, making people miss and fighting for these first downs. But soon enough, I found my man right up the field as he cut up, and it was touchdown number 3. And at this point, we doing the gritty in the end zone, how confident we were. For the first time, this offense felt good. We felt like we were clicking. And now we're up 13 on the road. Mind you, yes, it is FIU and they're 1-3. But it was a mental thing for us. A chemistry boost for us. And for me, personally, my confidence only grew. Coach did want us to go for 2 to make it a 14-point game. And eventually the pocket broke down. I had to run it in for the 2. But taking a 24-10 lead, I had to dance on them real quick as the cheerleaders celebrated. Now I was on the defense to keep it pushing and keep getting stops, which they did here. And my man Crosby, man, he was running like a man possessed, taking off, getting first downs, fighting for every possible yard that he could get. But with him running like that, I knew I had to step up. Just like on this 3rd and 5, I found my drag once again. And he was taking off once again, breaking tackles, took a hit, but got us inside their 40. And FIU was trying to get chippy with us, but we were so in our own zone that we didn't mind going back and forth with them. And me personally, even though this pass was incomplete, I felt confident standing in the pocket, especially with a 17-point lead. But at the end of the game, even though they was able to make it a 3-point game, we got the job done. And we got our second win of the season. Putting up 27, and our offense was clicking for the most part, it felt good. Especially when we got back to the locker room and found out I was player of the game with my 169 yards and 3 touchdowns. But speaking to the boys, we knew we had to keep it going. This was only one game, but we were slowly getting right back on the right track. Once we got back from Florida, it was right back into the gym, right back onto the field, working on my craft because I knew this season we could keep going. And as we came out onto the field for homecoming, in the nice powder blues, looking nice, we was feeling even more confident after that win. And as Middle Tennessee State took the field with our band playing, and we finally back at home after that bitter loss last time, I wanted nothing more than to show out and put a hurting on them and go 2-0 in conference play. Started off 2nd and 6, and my boy Crosby said, "I felt how you feel, young man," and decided to run hard with a nice first down, getting 16 yards on 2 carries so far. But as we got here, 1st and 10 at our own 45, I gave it right back to him, and man, he started running. Gained a 6 there. The next thing you know, we was at their 30. Decided to drop back, looking, nobody was open. I said, let me do it myself. Tried to drop the shoulder, made him bounce right off, and got shoved out at the 9. Then a nice little read option from me. Absolutely carried 2 guys into the end zone. And I was feeling good. I had to flex on them. I mean, how many times you see me carry 2 men into the end zone for the first touchdown? Got the fans feeling good. And the next drive, it was a 2nd and 9. Found my man underneath and just let my playmakers work, getting to the 45. 1st and 10 then, dropping back with a nice little play action. I see my tight end, get it to him, let him work, let him rumble and stumble. And it's a hard time bringing that man down when he going down the field. We was feeling good offensively, and we was answering Middle Tennessee State's touchdown. As I found my other man right behind the linebacker, and he took it all the way down to the 4. 1st and goal inside the 5. And we was all feeling good. Everybody was excited. And 1st and goal, I was trying to hit him on a nice little slant, but he got pressed, and I said, let me run it in for my 2nd touchdown. Usually I have 2 passing touchdowns, but now I got 2 rushing ones. You know I had to dance on them again. But Middle Tennessee State wouldn't go away. Another score, now we down 2. And I once again using my legs, making it 2nd and inches. But we kept trying to push as the first quarter ended. We knew this was low-key gonna be a close game because Nicholas on their side, he's a good quarterback, you know. And I knew he was gonna have them rocking and rolling. But at 1st and goal from the 3, I found the drag, adding 3 total touchdowns in the first half for me. First passing, but also had 2 on the ground. And right then, we right back in the lead, 18-14. I looked to the sideline to see if my coach wanted to go for 2, but he said, nah, we'll take the 5-point advantage. And with 3:40, 3rd and 2, I wanted nothing more to keep the offense going. And my man Crosby did just that, breaking off 2 dudes, spinning and rumbling and stumbling, all to get the first down. But then we faced another 3rd and 5. And I decided to wait and hold, and then my man was able to set up somewhat of a block for me to get the first down. But now we're sitting at 2nd and 10 at the 27. I'm looking, I'm running, Pocket collapsing. I said, let me run some more. I've been running all day. Get around the block, and it's rushing touchdown number 3. Had to dance on him again. I'm showing my legs out here today. If y'all gonna give me the lane, I'm gonna take it. And just like that, we up 11 late in the second quarter. And the fact that my man right here just absolutely set the block, and I tip and toe in the sidelines. But just like that, we had a chance to extend the lead some more. I see my man beat the press and drops it in the bucket, and you can add another touchdown to my board. And now we're starting to pull away, and the crowd is electric. My teammates feeling it. The cheerleaders celebrating. It is 33-14. And on this 3rd and 11, I decided to take one more shot. Had him in the corner down to the 13 with 30 seconds to go. And just like that, I threw for over 1,000 yards so far this season as a freshman, man. It felt good. The fans cheer me as the announcer announced that over the intercom. But all I wanted more was to get in this end zone to extend our lead even more. So on 2nd and 2 at the 5, I'm looking, see the drag, gets him, touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And at that point, it was just light work for us, man. This is the most this offense has clicked all season long. And deep down, I was smiling ear to ear because I knew this offense was this cold. And my man, the coldest, ended up getting to the end zone, so no pun intended there. But I knew this offense could click the way it is right now. And I could look over on that Middle Tennessee defense, and they didn't know what to do with us. On 2nd and 10, looking. I saw my man out the backfield, but I decided to take off, thinking that I wasn't able to get the pass off. But on 3rd and 6, coach did a design QB draw, and I was 3 yards short. I tried to run through him, but eventually coach said it was enough for us. And we sat out the entire 4th quarter in an absolutely dominating win over Middle Tennessee. I had 300 yards passing and 6 touchdowns. And I knew if we keep playing like this, we got conference title aspirations. And given with the new playoff system, we might even be in the college football playoffs. But that's further down the line. For right now, it's about getting the job done each and every week.